Hey, welcome to my studio. Zephan here, and I want to do a video today on two different topics at the same time. You see, today we're actually using a completely different camera, and you'll probably notice that the quality is going to be a little bit different than our Canon C70 that you're used to seeing on our other videos. Here, let me hit a light. We'll make this a little better. So, as you probably know, lighting makes a huge difference when you're using these smaller cameras. And so let me reveal to you the camera that we're using today. The camera is the DJI Pocket 2. This is the newer version of the DJI Osmo Pocket, but they dropped the Osmo name from the camera. I'm using the wide angle lens on it so you can see a little bit more of the room here, and actually I'll take that off real quick. Check that out. Just a little magnet. And so you can see the field of view gets a little bit smaller. But I'm really enjoying this so far, and I'm enjoying how the camera functions just as a little backup camera. You know, this is certainly something that I probably wouldn't shoot all of my projects on. So let's jump into what we're actually going to talk about today, and that is going to be an unboxing for a new wheeled light stand from Impact. So let's go ahead and, hey Alexa, why don't you roll that YouTube intro video?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Okay, guess not. You know, one of the things that I really enjoy about this camera is when they call it a pocket-sized camera, it really is a pocket-sized camera. I could actually put this in my pocket and just run out for the day, maybe grab some B-roll or something that I might want to use for an upcoming project. I'm also just testing this out, right? So I want you to go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know, what does the quality of this video look like and what does the audio sound like? Because get this, I'm actually wearing a wireless lavalier microphone, and it comes with the camera if you order the creator package. So there's a little bit more expensive of a package. It comes with this handle that allows the wireless mic to connect. It comes with the little carrying case, the wide angle lens, and we've even got a little tripod mount that's on here. So let's get to this brand new product that I want to share with you today. And I'm going to turn this around real quick and show you some of the studio setup and talk about why I wanted to have a light stand on wheels. So if you see over here, this is welcome to our studio, and we've got a couple of items here. We've got a TV screen that usually acts as a confidence monitor. Sometimes it's for our live streaming events, so this will display the virtual guest on screen. A second smaller TV, maybe for a teleprompter, depends on what we're doing. We've got a bigger Impact cushion light stand that we're using for our Aperture 120D Mark II and the Light Dome Mark II. And then we've got some smaller little guys over here that we use for like our fill lights, and you'll even see in the back room over here just a moment ago, I was using another one of those smaller stands just to add a little bit of light to myself. So nothing special, and at the end of the day, I was really hoping that I could get a better light stand that would make more sense for some of the work that we're doing. So let's head to the closet where I've been keeping this for a little while because I wanted to wait to open it on video. Okay, so I'm hoping that you can hear me because I'm using the wireless microphone, and let me know in the comments below again what you think about the audio. Let's get this guy open. See, the reason why I wanted to have a light stand like this was because I really enjoy putting things on C-stands and heftier light stands when we're moving them around the room. It makes me feel better about having expensive lights on them, but it also has the ability to wheel. All right, seriously guys, a box within a box, so unnecessary. So just so you know the model number, this is the Impact folding wheeled base stand, 8.5 feet tall. And I was really lucky to pay only about $90 for it because we got this one used. And this is not a promoted video. I'm not being paid to give you my honest review of this. So first things first, I'm gonna have to probably put this thing together. It looks like it came with the casters and I'll have to screw them in on my own, but let's see how long this takes. Okay, so when I first opened this up, I thought that maybe there was something wrong with them because the casters had these covers that were over top of it and the covers were pretty darn busted. So what I noticed was that if you just take those off, it's the regular caster screw and this is what actually goes into the light stand. So having bought this used, I don't have any regrets so far. Okay, this is admittedly a little bit frustrating. You see, the wheel is a caster that spins, right? It's got these ball bearings that spin around, and I have to get the screw in. So if you start screwing the wheel, it's not actually gonna screw the pin that needs to go into the light stand. So you gotta sit here, and it's gonna take a little while until I get all of these in. And that is all three casters, getting them in. I got a workout with my wrist today that I was not expecting to have. But we've got the casters locked in. Just know that when you're putting this together, because the casters do spin and they're on ball bearings, you're not actually screwing that into the leg by turning the wheel. You have to hold the wheel, and then the top piece is what you have to spin to get that to go into the legs. Now, I'm noticing here a couple of things about how these legs operate. So I want to show you really quick this locking mechanism. Now you see right here, there's actually a locking pin that basically keeps these legs upright so that you can fold the light stand down when you're ready to travel. So we just want to make sure that when we're unlocking these properly, that we're actually doing it right and that the pin is snapping into the position it needs to be in when we open up the light stand. So if I go and pull this right now, you'll notice that it's locked in place. So you probably have to pull this pin out. As you can see here, we're going to pull this pin to the left, and then this stand will be able to come up. So let's go ahead and do that. So I've got this light stand put together and it's solid. It looks just like a C-stand, but basically on wheels. And I'm actually curious to see how wide the base is compared to a normal C-stand, because I don't think it actually takes up any more space than a regular C-stand. And the fact that I can have it on wheels is just that much better. So let's go ahead and check out the full stand and see if we can go ahead and expand it to the full 8.5 feet. So we've got our stand here now, and let's go ahead and extend this to see what the full height is. Just for reference, I'm about 6'2", 6'3" on a good day. So it looks like just stage 1 is going to get us to approximately 6 to 6'2", and then stage 2 should get us the rest of the way. And sure enough, this stand is definitely 8.5 feet tall. I've got 9-foot ceilings, and there's only a couple of inches clearance between the top of this stand and the drop ceiling that we have here in the studio. If I was thinking about just build quality overall, I think this is a solid metal build. One problem that I am noticing is when you have this expanded all the way up to the top, it's going to be very easy to tip this over. So I highly recommend getting some sandbags, and I keep these on hand at the studio for reasons just like this, about 15 to 25 pound sandbags. Overall though, I think this is a fantastic build, and I'm really excited to get a couple more of these for my lights in the studio. I think that this will really hold up over time, a lot stronger than some of the little aluminum light stands that I've got, and I think having this on wheels is just going to make it easier for my modular studio so that we can move stuff around in between clients. Oh, did I show you guys what the studio looks like yet? Here, let me give you a quick tour. This is the front door where I've basically protected some of the sound with sound blankets, so we're insulating this as best we can. These sound blankets are actually doubled over to try to block some of the sound coming through the windows. And then I've got clips up top, so when someone's coming in, we can actually cover up the door as well. And this is it. This is the modular setup. I've got a fake brick wall over here It's actually really a paper thin, almost like a drywall type thing. And then we've tied this on with zip ties across the top. Our lovely little fake plant and our couch. And then this is the main studio setup. I love this backdrop. It's a stretch shapes backdrop. There's also some pipe and drape back there behind it. Little room divider from IKEA. And then we've got our paper roll backdrops with a green and a gray background back there. So back here behind the paper backdrops, I've got these huge glass windows, and it's great if you're trying to have an office, but it's not so great if you're trying to block the sound. So again, we did the same thing with the sound blankets. We just put a couple sound blankets up, and we got these ratcheting support beams that came from Harbor Freight Tools that we put across the windowsills, and then we clamped the blankets right at the top. Now back over here, I've got this little closet where I store away some stuff from time to time, keep a couple extra boxes, things like that. We've got our little kitchenette area for our clients when they come in, and this is my rack of gear for stuff that I use on a daily basis. And then back here, welcome to my little control room. So this is mostly where I'm doing my editing, and I'm also set up to do some virtual live streams with this plexiglass window so I can stay COVID safe and still see through and see what's going on during our event. So I hope you liked the little mini tour of the office today and you checked out that Impact wheeled-based stand. I think it's going to be a great addition to the studio. I'll of course have to do a follow-up on it later down the road once I've actually used it for a few months, but I think that thing is sturdy and it's not going anywhere so long as you have a sandbag to keep it down. If you like this video and you want to see more videos just like it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, and we'll see you in the next video.